Hey guys, I'm Lisa and Alexandra has asked me to come and do a live video on my basket parties. So that's what I have here. I also have Amari here, so if he starts crying I do apologise. So here is my basket party. I've made one up so I can show you what is in them. And I'm not going to be on here for ages, I'll try and keep it short and sweet. But with my basket parties, I use these to obviously gain orders, but I also use them to help to recruit as well. Now I do have a few notes here so I don't forget what I'm saying, because otherwise I will just go off on one and start talking about something completely different. So first of all, I thought I will show you what I put in my basket parties. The baskets themselves I just get from Tesco, so they're quite big, because you want to try and fit in one of every Scentsy product that you have. Now some of you will be quite new, some of you have been with Scentsy for quite a while, so your basket parties can be as small or as big as you can do them. So whatever you have, put in your basket party. So whatever Scentsy products you have, I always say put one of each in here. But don't worry about what you haven't got, just put in what you do have, because you're going to put your product sheets and your catalogues in there as well. So anything that you don't have in the basket, they can see in the catalogue. So don't worry about what you don't have. So if I show you the papery bits that I put in there first. So I always put in a couple of catalogues. Now if you don't have a lot, you can just put in one. And in the past I have laminated a couple of catalogues and used those in the basket parties so that you know that they keep nice and fresh. But if you do have a couple, then you can put a couple in. Always put your order forms in there as well. And then I do put a stack of order forms separately as well. What else do I put in there? So we have a data collection sheet. So it's got name, email address and mobile number. The data collection sheet is for your host of your basket party to write down the details of anybody that they speak to when they're showing these products. Anybody that takes a catalogue, anybody that takes a sample, they must put the details on here. So I will show you later, but I do put these little sample packets in. And the rule is that they can take one, but they must give the details. And that's because you need to follow up. Like with anything else, you must follow up. So if you don't have the details, then you're not going to be able to do that. Obviously the aim is that people are going to order. Not everyone may order straight away, and that's where your data collection sheet is really important. I put in some like it, love it tick sheets, because the testers are in there as well. So we want people to know what they have liked and what they haven't liked for future ordering. I put in the product sheets. Now what I also put in is I print off the product training guide. That is for the host of the basket party. So most of the people that I give a basket party to will be people that have tried Scentsy before, so they'll be my customers. But I have given basket parties to people that are a new customer, so they might not know everything they need to know about the products. Now when I give them the basket, we always go through each product just to make sure they know how it works, they know the benefits and things like that. But I like them to feel confident, so I give them this product training guide so that they can read through it and they can be confident themselves that they know exactly what the products are. They can get their own way of being comfortable with promoting the products. And I do make sure that they know that this is for them, so this isn't for them to give to other people when they're looking at the basket party. This is for their use. For the host, I always put in my recruitment pack. So this is the pack, I guess you've all got one or you'll be doing one, of why people would join my team, what the benefits of joining Scentsy is, and all about the Scentsy kit and things like that. But then I put a few extra ones in as well, because when your host is showing people their basket, they might have other people that are interested in joining Scentsy, so they can give them this information. And then we have the products. So like I say, I do put one of everything that I have. I've been doing Scentsy for 18 months, so I do have quite a wide selection of stuff. But if you don't, you just put in one of everything that you have, because you cannot always build it up with your rewards later. So I always put in a buddy. So I've got a 7-year-old, she's got tons and tons and tons of buddies. So our rule is she can get a buddy every time it comes out, but I borrow them to put in my basket parties, and she's fine with that. So I always make sure it's got a nice fresh scent pack in so that they can smell it. It doesn't matter what buddy you put in there, it can be any at all, and we've got loads. This one just happens to be Vega, however you want to say it. I put in a bath ball. It's a new bath ball. It's wrapped. I explain that to my host when I give them the basket, that all these things are new, so people can get it out and they can smell it, but it's not to be opened. It's just so that if someone wanted to order a bath ball, they know what it looks like, they know how big it is. You all know you can smell these. So that's what we put in. Again, if I didn't have a bath ball, I wouldn't worry, I just wouldn't put one in. If I've got it and I don't always have it, I put in a laundry liquid. And I say they can open it and smell it, that's not a problem. Scent circles, again, if I've got one Disney and one Scentsy branded one, I will put one of each. If I've not, I will just put one in. Again, we always go through the host that these are there so that they know what they look like. They may not understand from the catalogue pictures what they are, so if they see them in real life, they'll know what they look like, how big they are and things like that. Same with the waxes. So if I can, I put in one Disney and one Scentsy. Again, I might not have a Disney bar in, and that's absolutely fine, then I'll just put one of these in. Again, with my host, I explain it's so they know how many cubes come in a pack, they know how big the pack is, but it's not to be used, it is just so that they know when they order that this is what they're going to get. I do have quite a few Scentsy Goes, so I always put in a Scentsy Go. It will have a pod inside, but because we can put 2 pods in, I always put in a spare, and it just means that they can have a look at this and your host can tell them exactly how it works whilst this is on and the fragrance is coming out. I will put in a mini warmer. Now the bulbs can be quite delicate on these, so I do tell my host not to worry too much if anything happens to the bulb, but it's good to put the mini warmer in because these do sell quite well in a basket party, I find, just for people who maybe haven't tried Scentsy before and they want to try sort of a lower price warmer. So I put in the mini warmer. A buddy clip. Now I probably have about 3 of these, and I have about 5 baskets, so some of my basket parties might not have a buddy clip, and again that's fine, you just put in whatever you do have. What else have we got in here? So I bought this in the summer last year when it was a limited edition, and since then, as you can see, I write "try me" on it, and I put it in the baskets because I thought, you know, a lot of my customers loved this when it was out and it may come back, and lo and behold it's come back. So I have a lot of customers who are ready and waiting when I tell them that this is back to order. So it's always good if there's anything that comes out in the like limited edition summer collections and things like that, to include them in your baskets, because you can say, you know, this isn't available right now, but I just include it just in case it does come back. So that's worked quite well for me. We then have a full-size warmer, so it can be any warmer whatsoever, but I just always make sure that I do put a full-size element warmer in there with the cord, obviously. And then I also put in an oil, so I don't put in my diffuser, but I do put in an oil, just so that they can have a smell and they know all about the oils, and that may generate a conversation between your host and whoever's looking at the basket about what they use this oil for, and then they could start to talk about the diffusers. Put in a scent pack. There is a scent pack in the buddy, but I just put one of these in as well, just so that again they can just have a feel, they can have a smell, and they can see it's made of beads and that's how the scent comes and everything like that. And washer whiffs, again they can open and they can smell, and I will only put this in if I have it. If I don't have any spare at the time, I won't put any in. I don't worry about what I can't put in. I just put in one of as many things as I can. And then I put in samples. So they will be labelled with what scent they are, and they have my details on there as well, so that when someone walks away with that, they know where it's come from. And if they didn't get back to their basket party lady for whatever reason, they know they can get hold of me. but remembering that the most important thing about people taking away the samples is that they have to put their details on the data collection sheet so that you're able to follow up with them if your basket party host didn't. So that's what goes into my baskets. In regard to advertising them, I always do a live video. So when I first started doing basket parties, I would have done a live video in my group or on my business page or both. And I would have done just what I've done for you now. I will have got out each product and explained what they are. I will have explained about the host rewards that anyone doing a basket party can get. But I make it quite simple. So my aim when I do a basket party is either I've not got a lot of time for things, so I need to get that basket party out there and as many as I can so that other people can get out there and do my work for me, kind of thing. So whilst I'm at home doing what I need to do, someone else is out there with this basket getting me a minimum of 200 PRV. But it's also to get recruits as well. So you may have a customer who would love to sign up with you, but is a little bit scared. They don't know if the friends and family will buy. They don't know if they'll be able to sell. And although we always say the same thing, you know, for me, I don't sell Scentsy. Scentsy sells itself. As soon as you show people these products, they absolutely fall in love with it. As we always say, you need to get Scentsy under people's noses. So for me, someone who's a little bit scared of joining Scentsy, a basket party is an amazing opportunity for them, because they can see how easy it is to just show people these products and they fall in love and they then want to buy. They're also good for people who want the free products but don't particularly want to have a party, so they can do this in their own time. They can have it out in the house and have people come over. They can take it to work, they can take it to the neighbours' houses, you know, they can take it anywhere they want, and they don't have to have a party that everyone seems to be scared of. And make it easy as well. So an example of a conversation that I might have to get this basket party out would be a borrow bag. So someone may contact me and want a borrow bag, or I ask someone to have a borrow bag and they say, oh yeah, that'd be great, and they may mention that their sister loves candles and waxes and things like that. So I see that as an opportunity straight away and think, okay, I could give this lady a borrow basket or a borrow bag, and then I could possibly give her sister a borrow bag. Or I can say to this lady, how about you take my basket party? It's going to have a warmer in there, so you can still try it at home like you would with a borrow bag, but it's also got lots of other things in there. You show that to your sister and a few other people and collect some orders, and if you like the warmer, which I know you will, you can then get yours free and half price. So I always try to upgrade a borrow bag into a basket party before the borrow bag's gone out. Just because if it works, then great, you're going to come home with a 200 PRV order or a recruit rather than just one order for a warmer. People that have had borrow bags and loved them and they want to place an order, again, you can say that's great, I can place your order today, or I can give you this basket party, we can see if we can get it any cheaper for you. Advertise it, like I said, on your business page, in your VIP group. Advertise it on your personal Facebook as well. That's what I do. It gets a lot of interest. Advertise it in the buy and sell groups. But most of all is asking. It's about not just putting a picture out there. That is great, and I would say always do that. But also actually asking people, you know, people who come to your house and they say, oh, you know, it always smells amazing in your house, and oh, I love that warmer. Say to them, well, you know what, why don't you just take this? And sometimes I try and make it out like they're doing me a favour. So rather than say to them, would you like to take this so that you can get free stuff, I might just be a little bit cheeky with it and just say, oh, look, could you do me a favour? I've had this basket in my house now for a week. No one's taking it. Could you just take it for me and just see what your friends and family think? And because they think they're doing you a favour then, and they're not sort of promising that they're going to get you anything, they tend to say yeah. So there's lots and lots of different ways that you can get it out there. If I'm doing it from a recruiting perspective, I try not to make it sound too scary. So I will always say that I will put my information pack in here, and when they bring the basket party back with their orders, they then have a choice of whether they take the freebies or if they join my team. But let's not discuss that right now. If you're not ready to know if you want to join the team, just go get the orders and we can discuss it later. because you don't want to scare anyone away too quickly. With a basket party, when they get that 200 PRV order, they can then join your team with the earner kit and pay like, what is it, £25.50 for the kit. So it's an amazing way for someone to join. They can also join the normal way and just process the orders themselves. I have advertised this as a trial consultant pack as well for anyone local. So I've said, you know, if you're thinking of joining Scentsy, you're a little bit scared and you'd like to try before you join up, take this. So you can advertise it that way as well. There's lots and lots of different ways that you can advertise it. I had one lady take this because she didn't want to do a party. She did so well showing everybody these products, and there were people that she couldn't get to, that she ended up doing a party as well. So you can also use it as a pre-party tool. So take the basket, show everybody that wouldn't come to an actual party, but then have a party as well. I've had people take this basket and have lots of different get-togethers. So they've taken it and then they've gone to a coffee shop and they've had a few people around there. They've had a little get-together at home. They can do whatever they want with it. Obviously, the more orders they get, either the cheaper the earner kit will be for them, or the more freebies they're going to get. Host coaching, I would say, is really important. So just finding out what your host wants from the basket. It may be a diffuser. So one of my previous basket party hosts, it was not the right time for her to join just yet. So she wants a diffuse. She wanted a diffuser. She's got a diffuser, and so for her it was really important that she met the reward title to get that diffuser. So we went through, we broke it down for her into, okay, so you need to speak to this many people, you need to get this many orders, and I speak to them every single day to see how they're going and encourage them the way that you do a new consultant. You know, praise them when they get an order. I don't suggest the basket party goes on any longer than 2 weeks, and I try and keep it as a week. And the reason being, if someone takes your basket party and they get 3 orders on the first day, and they keep that basket party going for 14 days, that person that ordered on day 1 has already waited 2 weeks for their order. And I do explain that to the host as well. So you want people to get the products as quick as they can, because you can always do another basket party after your first one for reorders later. So the quicker you can get those products to your customers, the better. So I say a week, and then we will say 2 weeks if there's special circumstances. It may be payday or things like that. People who can't afford a warmer. So I've got one lady to speak to today. She wants a Stargaze warmer, not Stargaze, a Nova warmer, but she can't afford it at the minute because she's redecorating her house. So straight away I just said, you know what, that's fine, but why wait? Why don't you just take this basket, show it around, and then you can get it for free or for half price depending on what orders come back. And she's quite happy with that. So again, make it very matter of fact, you know, very easy. It's not a complicated thing to do, and you don't have to go into the ins and outs as soon as you offer it. You can do that later when you take it to the house and you sit down for half an hour and go through things. You take them to salons, you take them to any businesses. I set one of my teamies a challenge to set up a basket, and she didn't get it out. So I said, okay, what I want you to do is I want you to walk into 5 salons, and I don't want you to stop until you get that basket into one of them salons. And it happened to be really easy. The first salon she walked into was more than happy to have the basket. So you can take your baskets to businesses and salons, hairdressers and things like that. I would always say make as many as you can. If you can only make one, just make one. And as I said, don't worry about what you can't put in it. Just put in whatever you can, and you can build up from there. Have one made up all the time, because you don't know when you're going to get one out. And if you have one made up at home, when people are coming into your house, they may just ask you what it is. And if they don't, you can tell them what it is. So I think that's everything. I hope I haven't gone too fast. Alexandra always likes a bit of a challenge after we've done the live videos. So my challenge would be for you all to make up your own basket party. So just put in whatever you can. You don't have to have a huge basket like this if you've only got a few products. Just put in as many things as you can. And then get it out there on your Facebook pages, your VIP groups, and maybe even on your profile, and advertise it So if you advertise it, say 10 times over the course of 2 weeks, every week or every day, however you want to do it, for the rest of the duration of this course, and see how many baskets you can get out there. If any of you have kids or you have a full-time job, it's just an amazing thing to get out there, because whilst you're doing your day job 9 to 5, someone else is out there selling your products in your basket. So if your excuse is that you're too busy to sell Scentsy, you need to get a basket out there, because your basket can do your work for you. So make one up, advertise it as much as you possibly can, and let's see how many baskets you can get out between now and the end of the course, and how many recruits you get from them. Because as I said, once they come back to you with the orders, that's when you can sit and have that conversation with them to say, okay, what would you like to do? You can get this, this and this for free and half price, or actually we could sign you up today either on the £85 kit or on the half price kit or the earner kit, and you could get X amount of commission, and then every time they reorder you're going to get this commission, etc, etc. So post your pictures of your baskets when you've done them, and let's see how many baskets we can get out there. I hope that's helped, and if anyone has any questions, just give me a shout. I'm happy to answer any questions anytime, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.